definitely one way of doing it. Come on, test. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, sound test. That's better. Right. So, bugger. I had a plan for tonight, and that plan was to do some sorting. Well, the problem is, I can't show you any of the sorting because I can't get the webcam to turn. TFN1 Studios, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. How you doing? Good to see you. So I can do this, where you can see the desk, but I can't show you anything, and I can't move this out of the way because obviously this is kind of all stuck here. I can't turn the webcam so you can look further down the desk. I was hoping to do some sorting during this live stream, but suddenly that might not be a possibility. I've been good. I've been busy. I have been doing quite a few things. I was hoping to... Hang on, let me angle that down just a tad. I'll make sure. That's better. I was hoping to get a new video out today, but sadly, I have been doing more things here at home. So the video I was hoping to get out today, I'm going to push to get out tomorrow. If it doesn't go out tomorrow, then I'd be a bit annoyed. That's a good point. What's my work shift tomorrow? I should probably get that looked up. Otherwise, same thing, different day. Just housework, really. And housework, it's not exciting. Housework is exhausting. No, that should be all right. I might do the voiceover tonight. We'll see how it goes. Other things need to be done first. So, where's my... Hang on. I'll turn this way. I've got lots of light grey and dark grey that needs to be sorted. I was hopefully going to do that on stream tonight, but I think that's going to have to go on hold because I can't show any of this. And it's going to be a bit of a boring stream otherwise, so I'm going to have to leave that be. I've got more dark grey than I do light grey. It's in a box off screen at the moment. It was basically 3 bags. This is like 1.5 bags of light grey. I had 3 whole bags of dark grey that I need to go through. It is quite a lot. That's what you get when you scrap a load of models. An old layout gets scrapped and you get loads of parts back. It's pretty good. Well, it's good to have the parts back. Hang on, I'm going to have to back up. There we go. That's better. But yes, it's good to get all those parts back when you scrap stuff. The more inconvenient side of things, you got to put it away. Yeah, that's never fun. I've been on top of it kind of decently recently. A massive bulk order finally came in a couple of weeks ago. My chair can't stop bloody moving. So that's probably to be a bit annoying tonight. Otherwise, and we'll probably do a little bit during the live stream. You just won't be able to see any of it, which is... Nah, I'll leave it for afterwards. That'll be it. After I get some other things done tonight. I'll leave that for later. Yeah. I have also been getting ready to sort some more parts and get them all labeled. So you may have seen in the backgrounds of certain pictures and videos on my desk here, I've got all these big units. You would have seen them at my previous home when I lived with my parents. Some drawer units that you have them for screws and nails, that sort of thing. Got them from B&Q. If you're British, you know what that is. So I've got loads of these on the wall at the moment for black, white, and red. I've updated my white one to have a bigger draw unit. And I got all the ones I need for dark grey and light grey. So they're finally going to get put away, sorted away properly, because the previous ones I got in now, the old ones, God, they're awful. I cannot have them here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finally getting those dealt with and having them on the desk instead of on the floor. It's I need to put that there. Definitely think right. I also need my schedule. Let me mute my sound. There we go. God, that's a bit big. That'll do. Right, so training grounds. Yeah. That's a point. I need to get that minifigure. Right, I need to do some Bricklink shopping. Let me go to... Oh, that's a point, actually. How is everyone feeling about the Lego Bricklink merger? Because for me, the transition was flawless. I was able to just log in, click a couple of boxes, and I was golden. However, I have seen some people have struggled to get some things kind of linked up and sorted out, which is a bit weird, because I don't know how some people are struggling and other people have everything they need to go like that. It's a bit backwards. I can understand, so I do know why Lego have done this, and it does check out. So they ultimately did this merger as a way of making sure that kids are protected online, because if kids have a Lego.com account and they have a Bricklink account, you know, kids should really not be buying stuff off the internet. That's what parental supervision is all about. So, yeah, I mean, for me, it's been... That's retiring at the end of the year? You're kidding. That's been on shelves since March. That's got a 9-month shelf life. Bugger, I might have to get one of them just to make sure that it doesn't get lost. Huh. Sorry, I'm going back and forth between tabs. Right, yes. So, you know, that's a good point. That's something I have been undertaking. So I recently decided to, because I'm big into Lego City car sets and the past few years have been pretty good, I'm going to be, I like to look at it as preserving some Lego City car sets. Now, why I've got to look into this. Let me go to brick set, because that might not have sold well. That's probably why it's only got a 9-month shelf life. Am I right? Yeah. First of all, it's been almost 6 months since it's released, and it's retiring at the end of the year. Why? It must have been a bad seller, because I remember looking at the set when it first came out, and it was very similar to the sort of thing I wanted to get at the time, but I always held off. I've definitely got I've got other police vehicles in mind that I would love to build. I have other police vehicles in mind that I would love to build. This is pretty cool, but it's still weird how they're retiring it after only 9 months. Because I wonder if people are going to go, oh, this was a cool set, let's get this afterwards. I don't care for reselling it, it's just... Yeah, I definitely want to get a hold of one of these, I think, just for that. If the budget allows, of course. There have been a few other sets I've been able to get a hold of before they retire, thankfully. Well, they're on the other side of the table, so I can't go get them. There's still so much I want to build as well. What was I originally doing earlier? That was it. I need to so the crook hideout. Garage, training grounds, the truck, office. That may as well just be its own thing at this point. The drive-in theatre. That's not finished yet. Taxi bus. I'll have to look into making those bus stops. I don't know how well that's going to work. Yeah. So I want to make that, the police checkpoint. Do I? Okay. So I want to make a racing museum to go in my city, and I've made a couple of modules. Those I will go up, get up and go grab, because I'm very happy with them. So something to showcase in just a moment. But I've got the Crook Hideout Street area. Do I want to do that with the police checkpoint? Crook Hideout police checkpoint. Yeah, let me try and figure that out into one module. That might be better. Right, let me go grab a few things because you might like them. So, something I want to make. Utilizing some of these. Now, I'm pretty certain I've shown this off in a previous live stream. We'll just get these all dusted off first because, oof. And with the plan I have in mind, I will be taking these black boxes apart. So that's a good chunk of pieces I'll be able to get back. What the hell happened? And there's always potential for me to make loads more of these because of how these are built and what is actually parts of them. So these are, I guess, cubicles, for lack of a better word, for racing teams. What I'll do, I'll tell you what, to make it easier to see, let me take the window pieces off. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Oh, that's fine. So yeah, little cubicles dedicated to Lego City Racing Team prints and sticker pieces, which I think is quite a neat idea because this is something I had for a year, maybe, back when the original Season 3 Street Racer chapter was going to be about the World Grand Prix. These were made up just because I had the extra bits. Now, all of my racing stickers and everything else is in a bag to my side, and I may as well do something with all those pieces. I mean, this is quite minimalistic, but I've got loads more that will fit this just so well. So that's one. Let me get the windows off the other ones. So the first one I made is not the first one I showed you. Just to experiment with it, I found a couple of old race car pieces from like a 1980 set. You'll probably recognize the set when you recognize the pieces and understand the set I'm trying to reference. These rally sticker pieces. Oh, yes. My break just about over. Got to go, unfortunately. No problem, TFN1 Studios. Thank you so much for tuning in for as long as you have. I shall see you when I see you. Thanks again for tuning in. So this was the first one I actually made. Indeed. Like the stream, folks. Thanks for coming along. So this was the first cubicle that I made, just as a little extra something just to have these on display. But then I built the actual cubicle itself. I thought, there's something in there. So when I made all my racing team lorries, I had some extra parts left over, and I thought, I need to really do something properly with them. Now, I'm going to be using parts that were just from the lorries and the main racing teams. There's enough stickers that will make enough stickers and prints that were able to make 7 racing teams. So that first one we saw was, I think, just Team Gear or something like that. They're very basic, but that's kind of the point. I need to make sure pieces don't fall off the desk. I need to get rid of these windows now. These 2 larger ones, because I got those. There's so much I want to say, but my mouth just cannot keep up. I hate it sometimes, So Anyways, let's start that again. I have 4 of these cubicles, 2 small ones and 2 large ones. The first one is for Team Extreme. A bit more simple, but plenty of pieces there that best represents this team. And I think these look pretty cool. So yeah, this is probably the thing I'm going to try and go for. I mean, this sort of size would be better on the basis that I can show more off. This will also allow me to have... I don't know, actually. I'm just thinking about it. If I do different... If I have it go upwards instead of sideways, I can have different slices dedicated to different racing teams. That's not a bad idea. I might look into that. But yeah, that is Team Extreme. I am going to be making a street racer soon enough that uses Team Extreme stickers on the basis that we see hot rods that have, hot rods in real life that use the Red Bull logo and sort of advertising. So in my mind, I like the idea of the Team Extreme thing being the Lego World stand-in. Not quite Octane. But speaking of, I'll let you guess what this last one's going to be themed around. This was definitely the best one because there were so many parts to choose from. I mean, Octane is basically the biggest theme in Lego anyways. All those Octane pieces, look at that. God, I love it so much. It's a bit tricky to... Can I turn down the lighting? That's better. So yeah, hang on, let me get the Team Extreme one. There we go. Bit easier to see with the white pieces. So yeah, these 4 I'm going to reuse. I'm officially deciding, and I technically did so earlier tonight, that a racing museum module would be pretty fun to make. Seems good. I am going to be kind of taking inspiration from how the sort of racing museum scene at the end of the Cars film kind of takes place in terms of that layout and how that's all kind of been made. Yeah, at the same time, I'll figure out. There'll be definitely there'll be ideas to go. The only thing I'm thinking about is the floor. That's the only thing. It's not going to be a 2-level thing. I don't know if I want this to be 2 floors. I'll have to see how it goes. You know what? I just realized I have to make a race car now. I have to make a race car to go in the museum as a centerpiece. Bugger. That's fine. I'll have to figure out what team I want. I think if anything, it's got to be Octane. Octane Racing Team, right? It'd be good to make another one. Give it another go. Because I made an Octane race car for the first series of Street Racers. How many views does that now have? I'm curious. All the way down to season 1. Episode number 23. One of the few at the time that used the smaller city wheels. I do like that design though. Very endurance. I'll have to try that one again. Yeah, I'll look into that. That's pretty good. Oh, the green though. That's so nice. Gotta get it in the middle on a plinth with like some velvet rope, even some chains. Gold chains. All right, it's happening. I know exactly how I want to make it. Easy. Okay. Oh, so close. Oh, he's got a Scooby-Doo minifigure. £6. No, not unreasonable. Oh, we have a winner. Right, so... God, why are they so expensive? Well, the tiny dogs are cute as well. Take 3 of them. That'll be a nice present. Get one of those too. Need to keep an eye on this as well. Why has he got a bunch of different listings for it? If I take 2 of them... Well, it has to be 3. You know, you've got 3 dogs. Yeah, it'll have to be that. Bugger. Well, you know what? I'm okay with that. Yeah. That's a lot. Is that the one I have? No, it's not the one I have loads of. Hang on. Alright, in that case, I'll get some of those 1x1s as well. Oh, I hope you're all enjoying the stream so far. Original plans go out the window. There's nothing new in terms of new sets that have been released. I say that. So, I have rediscovered, I remember this website called Brick Fanatics, and there are massive lists of sets that are coming out for next year, where they've got names, set numbers, piece counts, and the predicted release dates. Most for January, some for June for next year. Now, this is... it's exciting because there's all the car sets that we were looking at last time. The Hot Rod, Taxi, Electric Vehicle Supercar, the new Fries, Food Truck, Go-Kart Racer, the Cement Mixer, the Prisoner Transport Van. All this is really cool. Now, there's a couple I'm seeing dotted around with, you know, big city, great vehicles, etc. But I'm also seeing a couple of train sets. Now, of course, next year is when we're supposed to get our next wave of LEGO City train sets. 2018 was when we had the green cargo train set, and in 2022 was when we had the, I don't know if it's lime green, but the last passenger freight train sets basically came out in 2022. Yes, it really has been that long, but they do have shelf lives of 4 years. So 60506, 60509 are 2 new train sets. One's passenger, one's freight. That's pretty exciting. That's going to be a June 1st release. However, there is a train set that I am looking forward to even more. 60508 for $199.99. Police Train Heist. That is wicked. Most likely a June 2026 release, but according to this website, it says that's to be decided. It might come out sort of August, September to give a few months after the new passenger and freight train sets come out. But that is so cool. And I'm so happy that we are getting more of these themed train sets. That's got to be a vehicle, a video even. Let me get, I need to turn this into a thumbnail. That's a good point. So, if I go screenshots. It's not even going to be that. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here. But yes, thinking to earlier in the year when we had that Arctic train set come out. What a good set. It really was. And it also came with 2 different and unique track pieces. A re-railer and I wonder what they call it, like a paddle switch piece? All the same, it's such a cool thing to see that they are getting reused. Right, I'm going to have to do this. Can I use one of my ones? I'm technically video editing as I do. Well, I'm not video editing. I'm making a thumbnail. But I cannot wait to see that. It's probably going to be released this time next year. But I'm so excited that LEGO have decided to go down this route of making more exciting train sets again. No doubt it's going to be a diesel, probably I don't know. It's going to be a police-themed train set, if anything, because they're calling it Police Heist Train? What do they call it? At least Police Train Heist. Yeah, at least according to this website. But these people are usually really good with their leaks. So it's probably going to be a white, maybe a single cab diesel. I don't see why it would be a double cab. Like a basic single cab diesel. And then we'll have, let's be generous in saying we have 3 wagons. If it's going to be 2, one of them is going to be like a bank vault style wagon. Another will probably contain a couple of vehicles, like in small basic containers, like shipping containers. Another one might even contain a vehicle just out in the open, like an expensive style looking sports car, something like that. Pardon me. But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting set, and I'm actually quite keen to talk about it. Let me try. I don't know if I want to do that. If I go to my other videos, yeah, the white background just looks better. Yeah, right. Fine. I'll have to. Right. Let me get rid of the screenshot because that's pointless. Right. Don't need that. I'll keep that as a backup. Right. I've got everything I need. Oh man, I mean, we got to get through October, November, and December. I want those sets. They're usually so good and reliable when it comes to making their sets. I want to map out some kind of I want to map out some kind of train set that has a police theme. Do we even have LEGO police train? It's a shame I never made one. Oh yeah, Jang made one. That's pretty good. LEGO police mobile unit command center, that sort of thing. That's a decent enough image for now. Because I spoke to a couple of guys at the LUKR about this, and I asked about their thoughts on what this sort of thing could mean. Because when you think of it as a train set, that's a lot of fun. Again, going back to how much fun that Arctic train set is, it's absolutely perfect for that playability. Whoops. Move backwards. There we go. So there. Right, I need one other layer. What did I call that other one? Did I call that the most fun? No, that was before Street Racers. Okay, interesting. What did I not talk about it? Or was it that old? No, that's old. Okay, the 1st of May. Jesus. Oh, it's got 1,000 views. That's cool. Oh, man. Some new people are dropping in I haven't seen. Dominic, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Rock Band Hyena, hello. Just dropping by to say hi real quick before heading off to work. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate, for very... can't talk for the life of me. How do I do videos on a constant basis? It's called editing. Thank you so much for coming on by. Thank you for saying hello. And Dominic, hello. Good to see you as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good to see you guys. How are you doing? We are discussing a new Lego City train set coming out for next year, supposedly for June next year. It's called, according to a certain website called Brick Fanatics, Police Train Heist. So thinking back to earlier this year when we had the Arctic train set release, it seems we're getting another fun-themed and sort of a play value train sets. We've got the good old passenger and freight train sets that come out. But this one seems to be starting this mold of specifically themed city train sets. The Arctic one was a good start. It had loads of playability with the new track pieces. This police heist one, oh yes, this is going to be very interesting indeed. Now the funny thing is, I have had this just at the back of my mind, this idea of having 2 tracks going down the middle of my city. City goes this way. You've got 2 tracks just down the middle of it, looking good. If this set does come to be, then I most likely will get one of these and use that as a push to make that train railway addition to Motoropolis. I'm very tempted. Because this has the potential to be one of the most fun sets of all time. I am not kidding. This could be insanely cool. They just have to get the idea behind it correct. Now, no doubts that they will, because that name alone has so much potential for it. Including those new track pieces is a given. It has to include it. It just has to. Oh, pardon me. Luke Triton should get the Sugar and Spice license, especially for diecast toys based on it. Oh yes, the Sugar and Spice reference. Those characters have still been noted down, but it's going to be a long time before I get to them. Again, I'm still writing up Chapter 4 due to other things currently taking place. I will try and get Chapter 4 written up as soon as I can, just so I can get that out of the way. There we go. Yeah, I'm very excited for this set. I don't remember the last City train set I was genuinely tempted to get. I knew I got the 2018 green cargo train set because that looked fun. I was able to get that for 143 because there was a store that had it discounted. Nothing else really after that, to be honest. Even outside of the city theme, other train sets have been cool to see, but haven't gotten my attention. The Orient Express is a beautiful set, just bloody expensive. We've had Hogwarts Express sets come and go. We're probably going to get another one or two in the next year or so, because of course we will. Trying to think what else. There really hasn't been anything that's made me go for it. It would be so good if we saw a steam locomotive. Could you just imagine the cargo train sets? Never mind the passenger one, but the cargo train set has a steam locomotive. Call it a tank engine, a tender engine, doesn't matter. Even if it looks like, well, I'd be a bit bummed if it did, but even if it did look like the version of a locomotive we're getting with this year's winter train sets, it's still a steamer. I'd take it. That's a win to get a steamer in the city line, but the only problem is it would need to have drive wheels, proper drive wheels. Luke Hot Wheels has announced the Pontiac collection for 2026. Cool. The only thing I wanted to make really in terms of, because I saw this when I went food shopping earlier today. So one thing I want to make with the pink parts that I have acquired since getting some of the S2000 sets was a pink Barbie Corvette. When I went food shopping in the toy section, of course, there was a couple of Hot Wheels cars. Make sure you can see me nice. And there is a Hot Wheels car called the Twin Mill. I have made a racer that takes inspiration from that car. But there was a pink barbified version of the Twin Mill. I've got to be honest, it looks pretty good. It looks good. Oh, man. Yeah, there's definitely work to do. Just don't need them. Oh, that's weird. Right, let's get this. Let's get another one. It's a good image. Right. Over here in Germany, they call the Lego City Arctic train the Polar Express. That's a brave move. That's not even. What's a better Polar Express? If you're going to take, let's have a look at a little head to head. So the City Arctic train that came out, and the new winter themed train set that's coming out, I think, in a couple of days. I think that's an October 1st release. Which one makes a better Polar Express? Now, naturally, I would want to say the Winter Train set because it is, well, it's Christmas themed. Therefore, the Polar Express matches that better. But you know what? Having seen that comment in the chat, I gotta be honest. Yeah, I think the Arctic train set from the City Line is probably a better Polar Express. It's a very weird thing to kind of put it as such, but it's definitely more Arctic and winter themed. But this Christmas train set that's coming out in a few days, it's not good. So, I've got to be honest, if I was going to put the two up to, well, in a head-to-head and decide which one's going to be called the Polar Express, yeah, I think that Arctic one kind of steals it. It's got to be said. Right, something has just come up, and I'm going to have to end this early. I've been reading something else on another tab, and frankly, I've got to go. I do apologize about this sudden stop, but I would like to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Everything is okay, but I just need to get this handled here and now. I do apologize for the inconvenience of this. Thank you everyone for showing up for the live stream tonight. I shall be back for another live stream next week. Tomorrow, I'm going to try and get a video out of a new Lego MOC, a new expansion for my city. And all things considered, it should be a good video. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'm afraid I have to go straight away. It's a bit obstruct. But yeah, gotta go. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next week.